Rome is one of the world's most beautiful and oldest cities. Rome's history spans over 2,500 years and it's already been a center of power, politics, culture and development. The city's construction is steeped in legend and mythology, and there are numerous accounts of how this majestic place came to be. Various Roman emperors ruled mighty Rome, and it was from here that the colossal Roman Empire grew. The city still stands today with all its glory, and in this video we'll tell you what you can do when in Rome. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting video from World Travel Inside. Before we get into the 10 best things to do in Rome, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to never miss another video from us. Now let's get started. Various monuments, palaces and religious buildings were built in the city over time, and they now serve as beautiful tourist attractions and reminders of the city's glorious past. Rome is consistently ranked as one of Europe's top tourist destinations, and with attractions like the Colosseum and the Vatican, it's easy to see why. Let's take a look at the best things to do in Rome. Number 1. Colosseum. This magnificent structure is one of the world's most renowned and iconic landmarks, and a trip to Rome would be incomplete without a visit to the Colosseum. The Colosseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheatre, was built between 70 and 80 AD and could hold 80,000 spectators at its peak. This structure was used to host games, gladiator tournaments, and other forms of entertainment, and it was frequently visited by the Roman emperors. The Colosseum is easily accessible and has a metro station nearby. It is located to the southwest of the main terminus train station. Admire this famous structure from every angle and make sure to brave the lines and go inside to fully appreciate the enormity of this ancient place of celebration. Number 2. St. Peter's Square. The Vatican is a small country within a country that is located in Rome. This independent state is one of the world's most important religious sites, and St. Peter's Square is an iconic location where many magnificent events have occurred. The square is actually circular and is framed by two massive sets of colonnades. Standing on these columns are beautiful statues of various religious figures and previous popes. The imposing obelisk in the center was actually taken from the Nero's circus and appears Egyptian rather than Roman. The iconic St. Peter's Basilica stands at the far end of the square, and in the front of it, a set of chairs is usually set out for papal ceremonies. Take in the vastness of the square, observe the crowds hoping to catch a glimpse of the Pope, and use this as a jumping-off point to explore the Vatican. Number 3. St. Peter's Basilica. St. Peter's Basilica, possibly the most recognizable and celebrated religious building in the world, stands as a true triumph to the power and decadence of the Catholic religion, and it is regarded as one of the holiest shrines for its adherents. The basilica, which stands at the far end of St. Peter's Square, has a beautifully designed front facade and is crowned with statues of the apostles and Jesus. The architecture and decoration inside the basilica are simply divine, and it is regarded as one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. You'll be astounded by the amount of decoration and detail, as well as how the light falls in stunning rays at certain times of the day. Both Michelangelo and Bernini contributed to the design, and their work can be seen in the massive dome and the stunning Gloria sculpture. Don't forget to take the elevator to the top of the dome for a bird's eye view of St. Peter's Square. Climb to the upper level of the dome for panoramic views of Rome on this guided tour of St. Peter's Square and Basilica, then go underground to admire the historic grottos. Number 4. The Pantheon. The mighty Pantheon is one of Rome's most famous attractions and one of the best preserved ancient Roman buildings in the world. The current structure, which was built in 118 AD by Emperor Hadrian, was built on the site of an earlier temple commissioned by Agrippa. A rectangular porch lined with massive columns and a dedication to Agrippa on the triangular pediment stood at the front of the building. The interior features a magnificent dome with a series of stone patterns and a central coffer that allows light to enter. The Pantheon, located at the heart of Rome in Piazza della Rotonda, should be a true highlight and a must-see. Number 5. Trevi Fountain. There aren't many fountains in the world that are as ornately decorated and sculpted as the Trevi Fountain. The fountain, built in 1762 by Nicola Salvi, pays homage to the Roman god Oceanus, who can be seen riding his chariot pulled by tritons and tamping several hippocampus. The sculptures are exquisitely detailed, and the entire facade and fountain are works of art in their own right. Throwing coins into the water over your shoulder for good luck has become a tradition, though doing so in the presence of hundreds of other tourists may prove difficult. This fountain, which is close to the Pantheon and the Quirinal Palace, should not be missed when walking through the streets of Rome. Number 6. Spanish Steps. The 135 Spanish steps, which are located in the Piazza de España and Piazza Trinità dei Monti, were built in 1725 to bridge the gap and slope between these two popular squares. Each of the 135 steps has a broad stone ledge and is surrounded by stone walls. A large crucifix, obelisk, and numerous inscriptions carved into the stone can be found at the top of the steps. The Piazza di Spagna, located at the bottom of the steps, is spacious and home to a variety of shops and cafes. Alternatively, at the top of the stairs is the Trinità dei Monti Church, which is a fine attraction in its own right. Number 7. Roman Forum. The Roman Forum is an ancient site that consists of many ruins that were once the center of Roman public and political life. It is possibly one of the most important Roman ruins in Italy. There were several temples, squares and arches here, including the temples of Saturn, Titus and Vesta, as well as the Arch of Severus. Many of these structures are still standing today, and some of the arches, building foundations and walls can still be seen. The Roman Forum, which is located next to the Colosseum and the Altar of the Fatherland, is a must-see attraction. Tickets for both the Forum and the Colosseum can be purchased, and it is recommended that enough time be allocated to properly explore the ruins and learn about the history of this location. Number 8. Sistine Chapel. The Sistine Chapel, which is a part of the Vatican Museum complex, is one of the most famous religious chapels in the world, with a stunning amount of detail and iconography. The Sistine Chapel, located in the Apostolic Palace in Vatican City, was extensively restored in the 1400s and is the site of the papal enclave. It is here that the new pope is chosen. The Sistine Chapel is famous for its elaborate and detailed decorations, which include Michelangelo's Last Judgment fresco and ceiling artwork. These two magnificent works of art are regarded as some of the most influential and significant in religious history. Make sure you leave plenty of time to explore this incredible structure and the wonders it contains. Number 9. Vatican Museums. This treasure trove of classical and historical artwork was amassed over many centuries by various popes and contains some of the world's most important works of art. The museums, which are located within the borders of the Vatican State, house over 70,000 pieces of artwork. A dual ticket can be purchased to see both the Sistine Chapel and the museums, and it is recommended that enough time be allocated to see both. The museums are divided into several sections, including the Museo Pio Clementino and Museo Chiaramonti, the Museo Giorgiano Etrusco, and the Museo Giorgiano Egiziano, each of which contains different artworks and themes. Notable works include Raphael's Transformation, Caravaggio's Entombment of Christ, and the breathtaking Map Gallery. Number 10. Piazza Navona. The Piazza Navona was built in the 15th century in the site of Domitian's Stadium and has remained a popular tourist attraction ever since. The square is a great place to visit while walking through the city center because it's close to the Pantheon and the Trevi fountain. This large square is usually crowded with artists and street vendors, and the surrounding buildings perfectly frame the open space. The Fontana del Moro and the Fountain of Neptune, with their fantastic sculptures, are notable features of the square, as are the Palazzo Braschi, the Palazzo Pamphilj, and the Sant'Agnes in Agoni Church. That's all we have for now. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe to our channel in the future for more entertaining and informative travel videos. See you at the next one.